What is up, guys? Rick Hack is here. Welcome to my first episode of my new series, Mass Effect 3 In Depth. This series is mainly meant for new players. However, moderate and experienced players, I think you're probably going to learn something new or something interesting. Now, the very first episode is all about the soldier class, and this first soldier you get is a human soldier. Your skills are as follow: Adrenaline Rush, basically an overall buff to your guy. You can spec it towards damage or shields, and if you were to go all offensive, so more damage, more melee, and one offensive power while in Adrenaline Rush, this is what your overall Adrenaline Rush would look like. Now if you were to go the opposite direction, so all shields, it would look like this: shield upgrade, duration, and more shields. Now of course any combination of this is acceptable. Spec it how you think you're going to play. Concussive shot is essentially your actual power. It's the thing that you shoot it and two semicircles need to connect again before you can shoot it again. Basically, again, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to really read out what they are because you can all read when I go over them. But and I'll show you how I would spec my preferred guy with this class in a little bit. But essentially, your choices boil down to: do you want to do a ton of damage at once, or damage over range and also damage over the long term, attacking guys with normal health. So you can shoot a guy, maybe you don't kill him, but you can run away and he'll die later. Now, Frag Grenade is another power, and remember this very carefully because this is important. It is actually a power. Some people don't think of frag grenades as a power, just as an equipment or something like that. But let's say you put power damage plus 10% equipment on. That would apply to your frag grenades. So if your frag grenades do 1,000 damage, power damage plus 10%, they're now doing 1,100 damage. So remember that if you're grenade happy, like if you really use your frag grenades a lot, I would definitely recommend upgrading those powers and having power multipliers. Now, again, I would pick, basically for this choice, I would always pick armor piercing, and my thoughts is some bosses have barriers and shields, all bosses have armor. So that's basically what my choice boils down to. Alliance training, the two last skill trees are basically the same for every single character in this game. The second last one that I'm showing you right now boils down to: do you want more damage output or do you want more power output? Now this guy I would spec towards damage 100%. Sorry, kind of a burp there. And I'll explain why in a little bit. And if you can see, if you do everything, 27.5% damage bonus. If you do the opposite, 35% power damage bonus and 30 weight capacity bonus. So those are the be-all and end-all if you spec it all one way or the other. Now fitness, you could basically choose between melee and shields. I would, 9 times out of 10, unless you're building a melee class on purpose, and I would do it out of a Krogan or a Vorcha, not a human, I would 100%, but I'm just showing you what, if you select melee every time, what it's going to be. But personally, I would do shields over melee every time, unless you're specifically doing a melee class, because the shields are going to help out a ton. Don't nitpick and choose one or the other. Commit to one, okay? Because if you pick melee over shields, it's going to impact you a lot. Like 10% less when you're dealing with as high numbers as you have with the health and shield is going to make a difference. So this is spec'd out completely towards shield. As you can see, 825, 825 for health and shield. If I was to do nothing, only 500, 500. So that's a pretty big difference between 500 and 825. So that's definitely something to think about. So what this is how I would spec it if I was making this character. I would definitely pick shield boost if I had enough points. Unfortunately, level 19 and not 20 when I'm showing this off. And I would definitely spec towards damage. In my opinion, the soldier is a gun class, and I would ignore concussive shot. Now, if you think you're going to be doing a ton of, cryo explosions and stuff, yeah, take the time to upgrade concussive shot. But if you're playing solo, if you're playing with randoms, this can be used as a very aggressive gun class. Alliance training, frag grenades, basically, you can spec them however you want. Alliance training, 100% gun output. Anything involving guns, do it. And fitness, shields, 100%. Anything involving shields, do it. Now, Don't be alarmed if you're new to this game and you get a new soldier. Don't think everything is different. Fortification, this is the Krogan soldier. Fortification is essentially Adrenaline Rush, but in a different version. Instead of increasing either damage or shields, this basically just does shields, and then you can spec it to either increase melee damage or decrease the power damage bonus, so you can have Fortification on and still be using your powers. Again, very similar to Adrenaline Rush, a constant power that buffs you for a long time. Carnage is a glorified concussion shot. Inferno Grenade, just a different version of Frag Grenades. Krogan Berserker and Rage are the same, basically the same things as the bottom two of the other class. And again, with the Vorcha, Bloodlust replaces Adrenaline Rush. Flamer would kind of be like a Grenades, the huge damage output for a short period of time. Carnage, again, a glorified concussion shot. And then Vorcha Resilience and Fitness are basically the same as Fitness and the other thing for the human. And again, even with the new N7 Destroyer, or not new, but relatively new. Again, Devastator mode is Adrenaline Rush. Hawk Missile Launcher, sorry, not Missile Launcher. Hawk Missile Launcher is a concussion shot, multi-frag grenade instead of frag grenade, and then the bottom two, if you read them, they're essentially the same thing. So if you have a favorite spec, don't think that getting a new character is going to change a bunch of things. Now, if you just start out, I would recommend going with an assault rifle and a shotgun, simply because the M8 assault rifle is kind of a piece of garbage and can't handle everything by itself, and if you get overwhelmed, having the katana by your side could definitely help, especially if you're being charged by husks or abominations. Now, shotgun. Now, if you're new to this game, you might not have as many attachments as me, but if you do, shotgun should be more accurate, more damage, and the assault rifle should be more damage and a sight of some kind. Now, again, if you're new, you don't have all these options. This is what my spec would look for this guy if I was going into battle with it. I would use the Falcon to deal with the normal infantry guys. 3-4 shots takes down pretty much everyone. And then the Piranha is my anti-boss weapon. If I was using two guns, one would be to deal with the normal guys, and one would be for anti-bosses. Now for equipment, the gear bonus. Remember, if you're new to this game, the gears do not disappear each round, unlike everything else. So any gear is better than no gear. So if all you have is power bonus plus 5%, use it. Your grenades are going to be 5% more powerful. But pick the one most relevant to your guy. I'm using frags and assault rifle, so I'm going to do the double bonus thing. Chronic Modulator, simply because my Adrenaline Rush focuses towards damage, not protection. I thought I'd put some more shields on. Any ammo can suffice. I would use incendiary rounds just because I like them. And a shotgun amp could easily replace this assault rifle amp. Just use something that you're using, obviously. Now, if I was going into battle, I'm just going to show you bronze gameplay for this guy. This is what mine would look like. I'm a really good player, and I'm confident in my abilities, and I don't think I need any kind of ammo bonuses or anything other than my gear bonus. Now, I'm showing you just me killing guys with no Adrenaline Rush on, and you can kind of get an idea of how long it takes. Then in the next clip after this, I'm going to be killing guys with Adrenaline Rush on, and hopefully you can see the difference, because I know there's a noticeable difference for me. And every millisecond in this game counts between killing a guy, because the quicker you kill a guy, the quicker you can go on to the next guy, the quicker you can complete an objective. Boom, that kill right there, that was pretty much all me, and that was pretty quick as a death. And don't think I was getting headshots in the last clip as well, so don't just think these are lucky headshot shots. As you can see, Adrenaline Rush on again, kill these guys. I missed that guy a little bit, but kill these guys a lot quicker. I'm just kind of trying to show you guys that press Y whenever it's available. It literally does nothing to impede you. It's just simply bonuses. There's nothing. Now, if you're using something like Fortification, that's a constant power, but yeah, it slows down your powers. Something like Adrenaline Rush does nothing but bonuses. So every time you can, press Y. And you're not using any powers, so just always be pressing that Y, because this is going to be spec'd out as a gun class. Also, if you're a new player, remember, objectives matter more than anything else. So if you're new to this game and you don't really know what the whole vibe of the game is about, just go gung-ho every single objective, because that's all anyone cares about, is getting more credits, pretty much. Now, yeah, you gotta level up your guys, but basically credits are the shit. And again, you can see me pull out the katana, and with Adrenaline Rush on, an easy one-hit kill with this katana. Now, I do have the katana 10, so it's kind of unfair. to be saying, oh look, one shot kill, when you might be starting with the katana 1, but still I think it's a pretty good show of when things get close that you can use your shotgun to defend yourself a lot better. And that guy would take a lot more to take down with and hold on, grenades right there. 2 of my frag grenades kill that Ravager. So that is excellent. And I have 5 because of the Warfighter package. And so yeah, and the katana, pretty good against bosses as well. I don't get why people rag on the katana so much. It's pretty light and it's pretty decent. Again, 2 frags take this guy down. Like, that's really good. And that Ravagers can be a pain in the ass. Now, this is only bronze, but remember, if you're just starting, you got the Avenger 1, the Katana 1, your frags are going to be your best friends against these bosses, alright? Especially if you spec them towards armor. And I know this is Reapers, and there's like 3 other different types of guys, but they'll work just as well against Dragoons. And I'm trying to kill these guys, but then this guy pops all up my grill, and I'm like, oh damn, curbstone. And then turn around and just almost kill this guy, and then my teammate kills him. So yeah, again, use your frags. Now this is showing you what you can expect later on. The Devastator class. This is the M55 Argus, and then the Piranha. And I'm using them without Devastator mode turned on. And then this is with Devastator mode turned on. The Piranha, as you can see, 2 more shots, shoots faster and more accurate, which I'm going to show the accuracy test in a little bit. And this thing, better grouping and shoots faster. So what I'm trying to demonstrate here is that I would not use the Soldier class as a power class. Ignore your power and use your awesome abilities to enhance your guns, okay? Like, yeah, if you're coordinating with your team, and again, like I said, you want a ton of cryo explosions, go ahead and have a concussion shot. But I would 100% recommend this as an awesome just kind of gun class, because like as you can see with this Piranha, I'm just destroying these guys. And this is not on bronze anymore, this is silver. But I've used this Piranha class up to gold, and it's quite effective. And it's just, the Soldier can be spec'd easily to increase overall, like to increase everything with guns. So like even think of the Infiltrator class. It has the ability where you can go invisible, and then if you shoot a sniper rifle round while you're invisible, it gives you a huge bonus. Well, if you actually read the adrenaline, I can forget what it's called, adrenaline module or whatever it is, adrenaline rush, for the very first human guy, it gives you like I think a 50-60% gun bonus for having it on. So you can have a sniper rifle and have adrenaline rush on and be doing 50-60% extra damage each shot. You don't have to worry about coming out of the invisibility. So again, just I want to reiterate, if you're new to this game, the Soldier is a great class for just guns. Getting new guns and trying them out, I would definitely recommend the Soldier. And you know what, as you can see, this last clip is just going to reiterate how powerful you can make these guns. This Piranha, I'm going to take out these 2 bosses by myself, like essentially. Not essentially, just by myself. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing all the classes and all the different types of guns later on. So please subscribe so you don't miss it. And as always, have a nice day.